Namaste, beautiful gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tyan. And if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, 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 everyone. While I am waiting for an audience to build up, I'm going to go ahead and insert some information here. Um, you're not obligated, but if you're willing and want to, you can donate to the channel, or you can do a ancestral reading with me on this live at the end of the live for $33.33. And I will put the information here. Um, Give me 1 second. Welcome for whoever is here. Please do not forget to smash that like button. And thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my Cash App. Okay. And then I'm going to do my Zelle once this thing goes away. Jesus. All right. So remember, ancestral readings are $33.33. And that's all I'm doing is just like with the ancestral reading, I'm pulling 3 cards. And I'm just going to read what messages that I channel from your ancestors. And I'm going to go ahead and get into what I came to discuss. Oh, hold on 1 second. I accidentally did something that I didn't mean to do. How many people have been seeing unicorns lately? If you've been seeing unicorns, please put it in the comment section. I meant to put something there. Um, so you guys know the price. And that is for 3 cards. And I'm going to go ahead and send you guys some love to your heart chakra because I love y'all. Y'all know that. Thank you guys so much for just being loyal participants and showing up on your own journey. Okay. Shout out to y'all because I know you guys are some hardworking individuals. And as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about soul revocation. And I had this dream. It's quite interesting. Okay. Let's just say I'm not sure if what I experienced was a dream or a premonition. It happened when I fell into a deep sleep while participating in a sound bath. I used to do sound baths all the time. And since I moved to where I moved to, I really kind of got like off of my routine, my spiritual routine, my health routine, every routine I had. This whole experience have just kind of turned my life upside down. But now my life is right side up. So I'm getting back into the swing of things. But Dr. Bruce Lipton often discusses like the reprogramming of the subconscious mind, emphasizing that, you know, um, when we're doing a sound bath, it's actually speaking to ourselves. And he emphasizes on the fact that it involves operating at a super accelerated speed with high vibrational frequency. Okay. Although it may seem like we are sitting still or lying down, we are actually in constant motion and flux. And even when we're holding our hand up, it may appear that it's motionless, but it is in fact vibrating and moving at an unseen speed to the naked eye. And as high functional human beings, when we ascend, we vibrate at significantly accelerated speeds compared to when we remain on the lower 3D density plane. Okay. So we are multi dimensional human beings. And we are far more advanced than commonly believed, with the potential to utilize the full capacity of our brains and our mind, not just only 1 or 5 or 10%, but 100%. Once you ascend, you tap into that, and that is the whole purpose of the crown chakra. A lot of people have been getting migraines because you, my dear one, are entering into that crown chakra portal, which is opening up, which is giving you higher dimension and higher learning and higher level conversations and understandings and comprehension. So just envision the incredible possibilities that await us once we truly comprehend and know ourselves without any programming, inhibitions, reservations, phobias, old oaths, pacts, vows, contracts, promises, or old patterns that hold us back. This is the whole purpose of a soul revocation, because the soul revocation comes in and it revokes all of that. Okay. We have the innate ability and potential to become superhuman as intended by our creators. Okay. It is within our own free will to either ascend or descend or to remain stuck or stagnant. So, what the soul revocation would do, okay, it's not my thing, it's not my concept. It's actually something that the ancient shamans, medicine women, medicine men knew about, who recognized our multidimensional nature as our default state. Our existence encompasses numerous levels, hence the presence of multiple bodies extending beyond our physical form, including the 9 subtle bodies, which is the physical, the etheric, emotional, mental, celestial, casual, spiritual, divine, and cosmic. We are only told that we have one body, but in true fact and theory, we have 9. And I just mentioned all of those to you. So let me go back to my dream, okay, or my premonition. Uh, I don't know what it was. That sound bath was powerful as hell, though. I can tell you that, because next thing you know, I was in a dream state and I had this dream that was so vivid. It was so profound. So I had this unusual dream, and this is about to be an unusual dream interpretation. Nothing is one thing that I learned about, doing shadow work, dream work, and dream journaling is all a part of shadow work, and it really has helped me along my path. And I'm going to explain and share why I say this with you. For those of you that are here, please do not forget to smash that like button. Okay, so the message is only for those that are spiritually mature enough to internalize and take the sin, that has emotional EQ and also intellectual IQ, that are very highly intelligent and just know that these are metaphors. This is not something that actually really happened. And when we dream things, it doesn't mean the way we dreamed it. Okay, so I'm going to call this the coffee shop in the poop. And after I tell you this dream, you'll probably never look at going into a coffee shop the same way again. But I digress. I was working at a coffee shop in the dream, and I accidentally, as I was walking in for my shift, defecated on the floor. And as I was approaching my office, I hurried up and I ran immediately. I rushed to grab something to clean it up with. But before I even got a chance to get back there, a customer was standing there. Okay. Now, you know, this is only a dream because if a person is opening up a coffee shop, they're not going to open up the door before they get things prepared. But work with me here because the universe has a message, right? So, with that being said, I go over there with the customer standing there staring at the poop on the floor, the feces on the floor in ill repute. I was embarrassed and I could not blow my cover. So I immediately started cleaning it up. And the lady thanked me and she offered me a tip before she even purchased anything in the store. She offered me a tip for $200. And the assistant manager, no, 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 no. She came, no, 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 no. That's too much. This manager had already been giving me problems I picked up in a dream. She was very capricious and very catty. Okay. So she said that the amount was too much, it was too high, and that she could not tip me that amount. And I said a customer should be able to tip me whatever they want to tip me. And so the customer seen that me and the assistant manager was like in this quarrel. And she asked me, did I want her to take me to an ATM to withdraw the money? And before I could answer, I awakened out of my sleep and I was like, I didn't even get a chance to answer. Like, what in the world? But I was awakened out of my dream. I don't know how I was awakened. I may have awakened myself because the sound bath had ended and I noticed that that went off. So, number one, the customer that came into the store represented the universe. Two, the assistant manager represented the ego. And three, lastly, represented myself. But it also represented you as the collective as well as the chosen ones. Basically, if you come here to do the work that you were assigned by your higher self, your Ori, your God self, or whatever you would like to call the higher power that is in you. Okay. Although sometimes it may be a bit messy, the work that we do, or we may feel that the spiritual work that we're doing is a bit messy, just like feces dropped on the floor, but we still have to clean it up, right? You will be compensated by the universe for cleaning your shit up. That shit can be relationship problems, career issues, not living in your truth, not living in the career or the career path or destiny that God has aligned you with, not carrying out a mission with a twin flame and deliberately choosing not to do that. If you do what you came here to do, viewer, by the universal law of compensation, you'll get paid for it. You wouldn't even have to worry about what you are going to do for a living because God, universe, the universal bank account is already unlimited and is full with blessings of monetary gifts for you. I could have left it on the floor and never picked it up, you guys. She would have never known, but I didn't. But you know what? One thing that I'm going to express with you and emphasize with you is that the universe loves a person that is accountable. There are too many people out here, even the chosen ones, that are not accountable for what they do. So ask yourself, what areas in your life are you asking to take accountability, or you're being asked to take accountability? Did you know that by taking accountability, you're stepping into your divine purpose, your divine destiny, your divine calling? And it's all a part of the universal divine plan. And just by doing that, just by coming here and doing what God told you to do, what you told yourself that you were going to do before you incarnated, that you were going to be compensated for that? Like my mentor, Billy Carson says, woke don't mean being broke. And shout out to Elizabeth and Billy Carson for being married on December the 4th yesterday in Bora Bora in Tahiti. It was such a beautiful wedding. And thank you for allowing all of us to attend your wedding. That was dope, like bomb, like genius. And they exchanged vows to one another, which made it even more doper. And they are twin flames. It just lets you know that it's all about alignment, right? So, how many times have you allowed your ego to talk you out of something that you should be receiving? That $200 that the universe had for me, that gave me that because I cleaned up my own mess, the ego did not feel that. The ego was not going for that. The ego was so stuck in those old ancient patterns and vows and oaths of poverty and not having self worth. Because the ego is to remind you that you're not perfect and that you're not superhuman and that you are limited. The ego is here to limit you because the ego thinks that it's protecting you by limiting you. How many people, how many of you have friends and family that do the same damn thing? You tell them about one of your plans or your one of your goals. Oh, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. It's because they can't do it. It's because they're limited and they're trying to project that shit on you. And I'm here to tell you one thing that I've learned. I've left my family. I've been on this earth for 45 years. I've always been around my family and I have not advanced. I might have advanced financially because I cut them off before I cut them off, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Some of you are being called to do that. Jesus Christ said that if you want to follow after Jesus, you have to leave your friends, your family, your houses, your cars. You got to leave all that stuff behind. Now, he wasn't saying this in the literal sense, but he was being, um, let me say, he was being figurative. But for those of you that are listening to this message, it is literal because there are people that are around you that cannot see your vision. So they try to sully your goals. Okay. They try to shit on your goals. That's the whole metaphor of the poop. People will try to shit on you without even realizing that's what they're doing. Because remember, the ego always tries to protect. So they think that in their mind, they're trying to protect you. You know how many times I've ran into so many hardships since I've been where I'm at, and you know how many times people ask me, why don't I just go back to Indiana? I didn't come this far to only come this motherfucking far. I've lost over $100,000 in material possessions that I left back there, and if I include my vehicle, that would be 200,000 gone. Do you think that I'm going to go back to the things that broke me? The people that broke me? Hell no. You got to give something in order to gain. You can't think that you're going to live into a material universe, because we do live in a material universe, that we're going to get something for nothing. So, this message is to stop allowing people to poo on you or to shit on you with their own negative ideals about how your life is supposed to go. It was only up until now that I've had so many freaking opportunities with big celebrities that want to work with me. I didn't have that opportunity back in Indiana. I got that opportunity actually last week, two of them, and I'm going to do it because I'm in a different time and I'm in a different era that no one can stop me. No one can tell me what I can do, what I can't do. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. I'm the captain of this ship. I'm the one that's been steering this motherfucking boat. Nobody else has the chance to get into that driver's seat of my car. And if someone wants to be a captain, they're going to be the co-captain. I'm the main captain. And that's only if I want them to be there. Please do not forget to smash that like button. Please and thank you. So, this is your life, okay? And there are going to be haters around you. There are going to be people that don't think that you're worth what you're speaking of because they're not worth that, right? So they can't possibly see anything beyond where they are. And it's okay because that's where they are. Their egos cannot, that manager represented friends, people, places. That manager cannot see me worth that $200. But I was beyond that. I was worth beyond that. I am worthy of receiving whatever it is that I want in my life. So are you, which shows you how we have limited beliefs and how we can sometimes be our own worst enemy. We don't have to worry about the haters on or without if we never have hate within. So people around you are you. And what I mean by this is that you are seeing yourself through the lenses of them, but just know that no one could hate you if there was never any hidden hate in areas and aspects of yourself that you didn't already hate. You are the universe pushed inside out. How many times have you been presented with an opportunity again, but you did not think that you deserved it? And so you didn't know how you were going to accomplish it because you were so stuck in how am I going to do this? You were so stuck in the why that that opportunity passed you by. It's not meant for you to figure it out. It's not meant for you to figure it all out and to see the whole picture. That takes away from the excitement. It takes away from the anticipation. It takes away from the surprise. The universe wants to sometimes surprise us, even those that can see and hear and feel and know. The universe still wants to just show up and show out and surprise us and say, here, look what I've done for you. But we allow our fears and our procrastinations to hold us back from our destinations. We can secretly be in love with our ex and want nothing more but to be with our ex, but we let our friends and our families get all up in our head about how bad that relationship was, like as if they were the ones that was in the damn relationship. Hello, beautiful. I'm telling you, it is not only jealousy that is the green-eyed monster, but its cousin fear comes along with it. There is a message that I'm going to share with you. One, stop procrastinating. Stop. All you have to do is do it. And if you don't feel motivated enough to do it, all you have to do is say, I'm ready to do this today. So, what is it that you've been procrastinating about? What is it that you have not been standing on business on? Hmm? Okay, Sade said, you're right about not supposing to know everything and being surprised. Absolutely. I love surprises. You know what? How many times have you wanted something and the universe tells you no, and then you say, but I want it. And the universe says no again. But you're like, but I really, 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 really want it really, really, really bad. And the universe says, okay, and give it to you. And it was the worst thing that you could have ever imagined. You see, we don't know what's best for ourselves. We only know what we're supposed to know. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't, y'all. You only know what you know. And what you don't know, you don't know. But God in the universe knows. And so sometimes when we're getting our no's, it's not a permanent no. Sometimes it could be just a temporary stall while the universe is making preparation to make that thing perfected and to make it beyond your wildest dreams and beyond your wildest imaginations. But no, we want the breadcrumbs. Every time I try to, like, torpedo or to make things come at accelerating speeds in my life because I want that instant gratification, I want it now and now, I've always been disappointed. I've always shortchanged myself. I always cut my nose off to spite my face because I didn't see that when I wanted to get X, Y, and Z, that God had me at the beginning and not the last at ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay, which turned out to be way better than being last. I was willing to be put last so I can get it first. That doesn't make sense. When God says you are the head and not the tail, why do we want to keep on putting ourselves in the back? Because that's what you do when you force God's hand. And what do I mean by forcing God's hand? We force God's hand when we desire or when we want something that God already said it was going to be ours, but we want it like in haste. We want it now. We're impatient. We don't want to have, okay, let's say God promised you a divine partner. Okay, this is for my twin flames. But you want to be with your twin flame get really, really deep into what I'm saying, and then it wants to go off on me. Oh, God. Let me go ahead and get some more heart healing to everyone's heart chakra and raise you guys up in the highest vibrations right now. Love. It's 12:12. How many people have been saying 12:12 lately? Yeah, I cut off. I don't know why, but it went off on me. So I'm going to go ahead and continue what I was saying. Sorry about that, you guys. And don't forget, if you're here, spread the love. So procrastination, you guys, is our worst enemy. And it's the reason why We don't have what we don't have because the ones that do have are willing to take the risk, and they do it without procrastination. Okay. And by the way, Sade, I'm doing ancestral readings, and for whoever else is on, for $33.33, and my moderators do get half off of that. Okay. Stop waiting for perfect circumstances, opportunities to present themselves before you take that leap of faith. Because sometimes an opportunity missed is oftentimes an opportunity that's lost. Okay. The Bible says faith without works is dead. Okay. If you saw it before you received it, you would need no faith. And I really believe the reason why Spirit allowed me to awaken out of that dream is because sometimes we can have things that distract us. And if we allow those distractions to stampede us off our path, that's when Source comes back in to course correct us and put us back on the path. And we're like, no, 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 no. I'm more comfortable over here. The grass is growing here now. We got some grass over here. See, God, at first there wasn't no grass over here. But I done planted seeds. I done grew the grass. We got some daisies that are growing. We got dandelions that's growing over here. We start to get comfortable. And then we're not able to, successfully transform. God is asking us for transformation, not comfortability. So we're going to have obstacles, you guys. We're going to go through hurdles. We're going to have highs. We're going to have lows in life. Okay. When you're riding that high wave, enjoy it. Even when you're on the other side and you're at a low, enjoy it. Make the best out of your situation because guess what? Nothing lasts forever. Not even the good. So make the best out of whatever situation that you're in. Okay? When the good times come, let it be good times. The good and the bad times are all a part of our cycle, our cyclical nature of life. Hold on one second, you guys. This is a client. Okay. So, with that being said, we're going to go through those highs. We're going to go through those lows, baby. And guess what? We're going to come out on the other side more polished, more beautiful than ever. Diamonds, they're produced under pressure, right? The coal produces the diamond, the oyster shell produces the pearl, only under pressure. The most beautiful things on God's earth is manifested only through pressure. So there's just a little bit of pressure that's being put on you right now from God and the universe and your circumstances. Okay? That's just the cyclical part of nature and life. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these cards. I got that message out from Source. Okay, there's 4 people here. Don't forget to smash that like button, please, and thank you. And let me go ahead and clear the cards and get these messages for you. And then for those that want to do your ancestral reading to get a message from the ancestor, I'm going to go ahead and do one for the collective. But trust me, there's nothing like your own personal message from your own ancestors. When is the last time you spoke to your ancestors? This is a question that a lot of your ancestors are asking you. They've been trying to get your attention, but you've been heavily inundated into your life and what's going wrong that you're not even seeing what's going right. You're not even focusing on all the blessings and the beauty and the splendor that's around you. Okay? All right. Spirit, give us the messages that are necessary for the collective right now. What do your ancestors want you to know, focus on, give you clarity on? Okay, I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. I also call upon the highest of the high, which is Yadhevai, who will give me the energetic message for this reading for the collective. So, the first card that we got is winter. Well, what is winter known as? The cuffing season. Some of you are cozy and you're fine being by yourself, but some of you are feeling alone and you're not too happy about it. Okay? You feel left out in the cold. You're looking for answers, but I'm here to tell you that your answers are going to arrive in the winter, and we're in the winter. Your answer may even arrive on this reading for some of you, but just like playing the lotto, you're not going to win if you don't play. You're not going to get your message if you don't pay. If you don't book a reading, how you going to get your message? I mean, you might get your message elsewhere, but trust me, it'll be more profound if you got the message from me. Okay? So that's the first message. Let's get the second message. For some of you that have been looking for an answer for a particular question about a particular situation that you've passed through or that you are still currently going through, you're going to get your message. Okay? You are going to definitely get your message. I don't like when my daughter mess with my cards because she turns them upside, right side down, everything. This is an oracle. Oracles are always read upside, right side up. And it's my twin flame oracle. And I told her, girl, don't touch my twin flame oracles. But she don't ever listen. She do her own thing. All right. Typical generational X child. Okay, you guys. I'm sorry. I can't work with my oracles being disorganized. So let me go ahead and clear this and get the next message. I feel a lot of heaviness, you guys, in the collective right now. I just want to give you all a hug. A lot of you are carrying some heavy shit. Jesus. Make me want to cry. Transformation. All right. So right now, the next message is the breakthroughs that you're going to receive. You are going to receive a breakthrough. There's going to be some type of divine intervention or reinvention of a relationship, a career. You're ready for the next level. You're leveling up. That's what I'm hearing from your spiritual side. Is there's a leveling up in your life right now that you just can't see, but some of you can feel it because a lot of you have been really anxious lately, not knowing why you're anxious. Okay, all right. Okay, hold on one second, Sade. And that's something Okay. And we're back. I am so sorry about that. Okay. So, what I'm saying here is that I have our last card for interpretation from your ancestors. And it's something they really want you all to hone in on and to listen to what they're saying here. Overthinking can spoil the magic. Now, you know what magic is. Okay, let's say, okay, because I have some scenarios. I have more than one different scenarios here, okay, about this interpretation. Say you want to manifest something, but you keep overthinking. Well, why hasn't it happened yet? Well, when is it going to happen? Oh man, I must have messed this up. I must have fucked this up for myself. Well, there you go. You just did. You just spoiled it. Whatever the universe has been working on for you, whatever the universe has been compiling up for you, and you negate it with some negatives, you knock that shit right out the box. That's how manifestation goes. You could have It could have been one more day, it could have been one more hour, it could have been one more minute, it could have been one more second, and you let that stinking thinking come into your monkey brain and mess it all up for you. I've had it happen more than once. I've sabotaged my own reunion with my own twin flame on more than one occasion because I was overthinking. Stop. When you're being told, when you're getting divine messages and you're being told something from a diviner or from an oracle like myself, let that shit go. Act like you didn't even hear what I said because you'll get lost in the sauce for no reason. You'll fuck yourself up out of your own dream or your own vision or your own miracle or your own gift because you're overthinking it and you don't see any harm in it. But it stalls you. It stalls your blessing. I don't believe that anything can block your blessings. Anything at all, you don't block it because it's still going to come to you. You're just going to slow it the hell down. Just like I slowed my blessing down, I could have been out of this situation 3 months ago. I just got myself out. I just made a strong determination not to be negative and to be as positive as I possibly humanly can be because we're programmed from birth to be negative. You guys, there are people that live a positive life and that are positive majority of the time because no one can be positive 100% of the time. And if you are self sabotaging yourself, stop because you're not doing anything besides hurting yourself more by self sabotage. Okay? So I do have a message that I'm going to say before I go into Sade's reading. I am doing soul revocations this week because Spirit told me this is the area that the collective need to work on. It is a shamanic healing. It gets rid of old pacts of poverty, vows of celibacies, promises, and oaths that you and your twin may have made out of ignorance and not knowing what you were saying. I promise I'll never be with no one else but you, or I promise that, you know, I'll keep triggering you until you awaken. Whatever. Some of these vows, pacts, oaths, promises no longer serve us, you guys, and we incarnate and we don't get rid of those things and it stays in our aura and it wreaks havoc and we wonder why we're in separation and why we can't be together because you promised that you was going to trigger the hell out of me, and who wants to be triggered? Nobody. It is the best thing, okay, that you can do for yourself. If you're really wanting to do the work, you're going to have to put in the work. I told you I was a part of Gano Girls group. I had to pay to get into that group. Okay? Nothing's free. And the wealth of information that I learned was well worth it. I did the work. I'm doing the work. I'm still paying for things. Okay? I got initiated in Monai Kai Reiki. I got initiated in Tantra Reiki. I paid for those things. Several thousands of dollars. And the way that I heal myself and able to pull myself out of these emotional fucking storms that goes on along with this journey is profound. I know how to heal myself when I go through those moments of separation where my heart hurts and aches and longs to be with my twin. I know how to counteract that and dissipate that and make that shit go away because it doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve him. It doesn't serve any of us to be in that low vibrational state. We are supposed to be flying high and rising above. We cannot do that if we're still in bondage or if we're still in an old contract. So normally it's 750 for past, present, and future. It's 50% off, which is 375. And I do take installments, okay? I will break that up into two payments. It is the best thing that the angels have introduced to me, trust me. We go into silent pacts and oaths sometimes, even when we go into the astral planes. We can make a promise on another dimension and don't even know that we made that because we're unconscious when we go to sleep. So a soul revocation is for everybody, not even if you're just a twin flame. If you're on a spiritual journey, period, you want to open up the road, you want to open up the way. Get rid of all the bad hexes, spells, juju, whatever. Okay, there are spells that are still following people around from eons ago, and they don't even know it. And then they wonder why they have so much bad luck in their life. It wasn't until I was talking to my best friend, and she said, "You know what? I noticed that you ain't been doing your spells for yourself like you used to do your spells for yourself." She was darn right. That was the reason why. And I spoke to an EFI elder. And for some of you who do not know what an EFI elder is, basically it's a voodoo priest, but they're of the light, not the dark. But I spoke to him last night because my angel's been telling me that he was coming. And I finally got a chance to have a conversation with him last night. And he told me when he doesn't practice the magic for himself to clear things out and to, do his spiritual baths and things like that, things get chaotic in his life. And I said, you know what? Now I understand and I understand why things have become so chaotic with me. Because since I moved here, I haven't been able to do my spiritual practices. But one thing that I can tell you that I have been doing and never have given up on is my meditation and connection to my higher self. I thought that was enough. Apparently not. So please stay in contact with your higher self and be guided, be divinely guided. Absolutely. You said it. You said it. You said it. You said it. Being able to accept things for the way that they are and move on with gratitude. And know that one thing that I fell in love with a long time ago, it was this guy that I used to talk to all the time. His name was Kenneth. He was an older guy and he was very fond of me. And I would go to him for counseling when I would go through hardships with my husband, my twin flame. And he was like, you have to know that, Jehovah loves you more than anything, and that he is going to give you beyond your wildest dreams, beyond your imagination of love that you can't even fully comprehend in your own human mind. Like, no one conspires for us more than the universe. I promise. I can promise you that. The universe just wants to give you everything that your heart longs for. But sometimes we are the ones that get in our own way. So don't get in your own way. Move out the way so the universe can go ahead of you and pass you up on your blessing so your blessing can be bestowed upon you. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get these cards for Sade. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's get into the message from your ancestors. This needs like at least another cleanse. 1 second. And make sure that we really got it where we need it. All right. Ancestors of Sade, please be present. And I thank you for appearing here today to give her the beautiful message. I can feel it already that she deserves to hear, the clarity that she seeks. Okay, Sade, they're telling me that fear no longer serves you. Okay? Um, all the fear is doing is making it dark around your union, is making your divine counterpart hesitant, and it's also making you feel insecure. They want you to know that you are divinely protected. There's nothing to be afraid of, like the fear of it not happening. Or what if he doesn't choose me? Or what if he doesn't do this? Or what if he doesn't do that? They said don't even worry about the how, focus on your why. That's your first message. Okay, so I got your second card. Now we just need to get your third card. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. They trip me out with some of the things that they say. So, what they're telling you is to get comfortable with risk because you got cozy up with risk. You can feel the heat on a particular situation, but you're tiptoeing around it. They're telling you take the risk anyway. They're asking you, what are you playing it safe for? Why are you playing it safe? All right. Good. That's good to know. That's good to know. And you know that readings are, timeless. They're past, present, and future. So that makes sense. That is making a lot of sense. You got the cozy up with risk. So what is it that you are hesitant to take a risk on? What is it? It's something that's holding you back from taking a particular risk. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to read it from the book. Okay, so it's the spark of inspiration, divine intervention, finding your calling, work that makes you happy, renewed hope. So it's saying that there's something that is this is work related that you should be doing that's going to make you more happier to what you're doing. And you got a message for your self-care. Like you're hustling too hard, girl. It's so crazy because your next card, guess what it is? The spark of hustle. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But then they're telling me that you're working too hard, you're hustling too hard. Um, you're a workaholic, you're getting lost in the grind. You should be manifesting your business. Hmm. So you know when inspiration hits and it totally immerses you and your senses into the possible. Like you're in a space now where I feel like you're entering into that possible space and you're getting out of that impossible space. That is the spark of the hustle at work. That is definitely where you are. Okay. You put something out into the world that I feel that is now coming back full circle. And you're going to get this like whoosh of energy that's going to bring in new ideals to the life that you've implanted. The spark of the hustle feels like, that divine calling that is compelling you, that's drawing you to it, something that is um, very pressing on you where it cannot be ignored anymore. You cannot ignore it. It is like irking you, like nagging at you, like this is what you're supposed to be doing, Sade. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing this, not that. So this card, it falls into the hope of expectations because when you're getting these whispers from your spiritual team and you're getting this from the universe, that means that something's coming in for you and it's coming like now. It's not a distant future. It's not something that you're going to have to wait for. And yes, you can do this because spirit is sending you like superior blessings. Like you're the superstar, right? So you're going to do this with passion and you're going to be divinely amplified for this. Because there may be aspects of you that may feel it, but you don't know what it is quite yet, and you can't put your finger on it. That's that divine hustle spark. You're still grinding and hustling for it anyway, even though you don't know what it is that you're actually hustling for, if that makes sense. Uh-huh. Then we got the cozy up with risk. Let's see what this is about. They're telling you to take a risk. All right. So, they're telling you to be fearless in pursuit of your dreams. They're telling you you have the ability to successfully manage any calculated or uncalculated risk and to push past, here we go again, fear. Okay, pushing past the fear, like really following through. Absolutely. Yes, yes. They're asking you to really, 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 really follow it through this thing, this goal. Okay. And that the universe has your back. Learning to bless fear and move ahead anyway. I understand that you're here. I understand that you're serving a purpose for being here, but you're no longer needed. Thank you. I step into love because fear and love cannot cohabitate in the same space. You got to speak to your demons. You got to speak to your emotions, and fear is an emotion. Okay. You have to say thank you, but you served your purpose. I no longer need you. I invite love in to replace you because you got to, when you take something out, you got to put something back in. That's the spiritual law. So you remove the fear and you put love back. Like you said, the affirmation is here on your screen. You got it. I said to myself the other day, I feel something coming. There you go. You got, I feel it pressing one step at a time. That's how you talk to your fear. That's how you talk to it. And yes, it is coming. Something is coming. Your feeling is right. You're very intuitive. You're very tapped in and tuned in to your divinity, right? Something is definitely coming down the pipeline. And your ancestors are preparing you for it because they're the ones that is bringing it to you. So, hold on one second. So it says risk is inevitable when you are pursuing your dream. So go for it. Go on. Cozy up and get to know each other. Risk is as little It's a little bit like a campfire. Both need to be watched and tended carefully to. Neither should be feared. And respect and responsibility are part of the deal. And just as a campfire can be a magical catalyst for 100 wonderful stories, risk can be the catalyst for 100 realized dreams. So encountering these means that you are aware, push pushing boundaries and innovating, and you are bravely trying new things, testing ideals and living. Trust that you will be rewarded, and your reward will be waiting for you when you take your leap of faith. And that you'll find your soft kinding and love in your investments or in your creation. This is the catalyst for something better for you. You are working toward an extraordinary life, and the only way to arrive passes right by the warm, inevitable glow of the unknown. Okay? That was your last card. There is a saying that the cave that we fear to enter lies our treasure. Your treasure is in the cave that you are afraid to enter into. All right, beautiful. That is the message for the day. That is your message. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off from here because I got to call the office because my sink is the drain thing fell. Like when I went to plunge it and it just fell. And I'm very heated about that because as much as I pay for this place, nothing should be falling apart like that when I first moved in. So anyhow, anyway, things always happen. Love you guys. Thank you so much for chiming in, tuning in. Namaste. You're always welcome. Bye. Bye for now.